XRP pumping for multiple reasons. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you guys here today. XRP pumping for multiple reasons. An XRP army representing hard right now. Very exciting with what's going on. So in today's video, we are going to be deep diving into this article about XRP pumping for multiple reasons. We are also going to jump into the charts today. We're going to look at the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour charts for XRP. We will also be taking a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Shiba Inu in this video as well. And we will also get into the entire crypto ecosystem news at the end of the video also. And hey, if you're new here, my name is Ryan Huggins, and I'm a crypto and real estate investor here in Orange County, California. And my job is to help be your crypto shortcut. If you're like most people, you don't have the time to read hours of articles and watch hours of YouTube videos and stare at the charts all day, every day. But that is what I do. And I bring that information to you in a condensed manner. So if you are looking for a crypto shortcut, smash that subscribe button. I'd be glad to have you on the team as well. So, hey, all right, here we are, everybody, on the daily charts. It's where we're going to start here for XRP today. Then we will jump into Ethereum, Bitcoin, Shiba Inu. Then we will look at this amazing article about XRP pumping for many reasons. So here we are on the daily charts. As you can see, we talked about this yesterday. We had busted outside of our volatility band, and we are also extremely overbought. We are definitely above the 70. Yesterday, obviously, was extremely higher at 74.9. Today, coming in a little lower, currently sitting at 73.39. There is some other good news here in this indicator, though. What we see here is a couple of different things. Number one, the market baseline, this yellow line, it is sloping up, and it's currently sitting at 49.05. Once it reaches the 50 level, that is, once the RSI reaches the 50 level, which is already way up here, that indicates bullish momentum. But now, even the market baseline is about to hit that level, which is totally great for XRP. If that continues to make its way to the upside, very, very good news. And as we've been talking about on XRP, it did hit a bullish divergence back here on September 6th. And if we take a look about what happened on September 6th, which was right here, the next day is the day the pump started. It did have a retest of that zone, and then boom, off to the races. Now, I know there's a lot of talk out there, people talking about a $10 XRP, a $100 XRP, a $1,000 XRP per coin, $3,500 per XRP coin. Those are really exciting numbers, and that's exciting to even think about, comprehend. It's kind of like the same thing when you think about Shiba Inu going to 1 cent or $1, just crazy, awesome optimism. But right now, the markets are the markets, and they're in the chart. So that's why we're staying realistic here, and we're looking at what's happening in present day. So as we look here on the daily charts, we do know we are a little overbought. There is a potential of some retracement, cooling off. As you can see, we're actually having that happen today. Today, we're down 4%. We are currently sitting with 1 hour, 3 minutes left in the charts. When you're watching this video, though, the new hourly charts will have started, and we're taking a look at TradingView is what we're using for our charting system. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to look at one important indicator that we look at every single day here, the fair value gap, and we're going to take a look at what has been going on. So as we see here on the daily charts for XRP, there is still a fair value gap right down here at this section, and this being a fair value gap between 0.45, so 45 cents, and to fill that whole gap, 43 cents. So obviously only a 2 cent gap. We're sitting at 48. So if we came down to say 42 cents or so, that'd be a 6 cent dip, and then potentially a run to the upside from there. There is a very scary and long lasting, super deep daily value gap here at 27 cents. A lot of people were talking about the potential of XRP getting back to 25 cents before its ultimate run. And then you can also see here when it did make its run, it came up into this fair value gap that was back here on May 9th. Now that's on the daily. We can also take a look here on the weekly charts. Right now, as you can see, there is no fair value gaps left. It went and filled exactly this entire fair value gap. It literally went up to the top there, and boom, you can see the wick cleared out that entire fair value gap. It will go away once this candle is over. This is a weekly candle, so we do have 1 day, 2 hours left. That will end on Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. Pacific time. All right, then the new weekly candle will start. Good news for us, though. There's another fair value gap to the upside here on the weekly and another fair value gap. So this one coming into us at 67, 68 cents, and this one coming up at the dollar, right? Who's ready for a $1 XRP? I know I definitely am. It's going to be very, very exciting. So when we switch over here now to our Heikinashi, we're going to take a look at our supply and demand zones and see what are some potential upside targets for XRP in this near future. So when you take a look here on the Heikinashi candles, this is a really, really good technique to find supply and demand. Some people call it support and resistance. This is a little bit different of a style of that. And by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this information is financial advice. This is just financial entertainment and education. And also, I did want to point out here, very, very bullish news on the weekly charts in the RSI. If we take a look down here, we are moving up very, very solidly. We can see the actual volatility bands are starting to expand outward, meaning more volatility is capable, okay? And RSI is on its way up to the 50. This is like mind-blowing. For those of you guys that are like to the moon XRP, right? So to the moon is right. And if this continues to pump the way it is, this could be happening literally within the next month or two. Unless we have some sort of mysterious crash in the markets, we could seriously see a fantastic pump from XRP, because if we take a look here, the RSI is absolutely moonshotting. The market baseline is starting to curve up. We also could turn on our moving averages here, and this is on the weekly. We have now crossed the 21 exponential moving average. The body has not closed yet, but we have now gained that as a potential support now, which would be fantastic for us, okay? So back to here, and this is good news because it can climb not only to 50. Remember, once RSI reaches 50, that's when they consider bulls in control. There's still room for that to happen because right now it's only sitting at 41. And then we have room to go all the way up to the 70 mark. Also, as you'll notice right here, the background has turned green. Background turning green, that indicates bullish momentum. Look at what happened last time. Background turned green, boom. Background turned green here, boom. We had some good movement to the upside, and background has just turned green. So on the weekly charts, it's looking way more bullish than the daily charts. Now we do have obviously some things interference-wise. We have to claim the 21 exponential moving average as a support, and then we also have to run into the yellow line here, the 50 moving average. It's sitting at 66 cents, and we have to run into that and claim that one as a support. Okay, so that is on the weekly charts. But let's look at supply and demand. As we know, we always take a look at the last green candle before the down move. And this is how you do this strategy. You take a look at the last green candle before a down move for your upside supply and demand target. And as we've been doing here on this segment, and for each different time period, by the way, this strategy works on every single time period. Right now, we're looking at weekly. And for weeklies, we have been using the color white. So we're going to go ahead and adjust the border and the fill white so we have this color coded. Now we do also have our downside supply and demand target here, which is the last red candle. So that's the last green candle before the down move. Then we have the last red candle before the up move. So we could use this one here, or we could use this one here. We'll go ahead and use this one since it does also fully engulf that one. Okay, so we have that. So now if we take a look at Japanese candlesticks, if for some reason we get a price rejection, price comes back down, we're looking for price to come back to the downside here for 36 cents on the weekly supply and demand zone. However, if we keep this bullish momentum and this extreme pump to the upside, we're looking at potential of 78 cents before we run into an extreme resistance. Obviously, this will be a resistance as well, but that's really exciting news. And when we go ahead and we take a look at our Fibonacci, and we go from the most recent low point to to that potential resistance point of that weekly, look at where we're at there, and we jump back to the Japanese candlesticks. You can see we came all the way down to here in this really deep region below the golden pocket. Right now we're in that golden pocket, looking really good. So let's jump now to the daily charts, and this will give us an idea of where some support levels could come into play for us as well. So as you can see right now, it is holding a support on this 619. We could actually come on down to the 70 line, or even coming back down here to the 786 Fibonacci, which is like historically the spot that big time retracements come back to. But again, this is only on our prediction level, right? Because this is us talking about if price gets up to that supply and demand zone. But what we can do, now that we know that this is relatively a top, we can go from our most recent swing low, which our most recent swing low would be right here, right? Because this was the low, and then it had a new high, and then a new low, and so on. So we take this low, we go to this high, and that gives us an idea of where the most recent retracement can come to. Now you can see if price did come on down to the golden pocket here of the 618, the 70, or the 618, you'll see right here, it's kind of a realistic situation because the 21 exponential moving average is sloping up. A lot of times price will come back and retest that zone. If it were to get really gnarly and come down and test the 50 as well, that's also in the golden pocket. And the golden pocket is not a bad scenario for a bullish situation. If you think about it, it's like a bow and arrow. When a price pulls back, like when you pull the string back on a bow and arrow and you let it go, so this would be the draw back of the bow and arrow, and then whoosh, the launch, right? And then the launch takes us all the way into these zones. And as you can see, it does get into that 75, 78 cents range. And that's what we're looking at right now on the daily charts for that as well. Now, when we drop down to a smaller time frame, I like to use this time frame because it just gives you a more shorter term idea of what price could be doing. And so as you can see, price ran up, right? It came back down, and it's right now currently testing that 21 exponential moving average. It's not busting all the way back down to the 50, but the 50 sloping up hard, 21 sloping up hard. It's maybe starting to roll a little bit, but it's acting as a support. So what we're watching for right now is that on the 4-hour charts of XRP, the 21 exponential moving average holds as a support. And if that continues to hold as a support, then boom, we can make our way up. The really exciting thing too, when the RSI is up so high, like on the daily charts here, some people think, oh man, the price has to come all the way back down to oversold territory, down at the 30 before it can make a rally. And sometimes that is true, but what's really exciting about that, and a lot of people don't talk about this, price does not have to come down in order for the RSI to come down. Price can actually just trade sideways, right? So if it's just doing this sideways trading, the RSI can still continue to fall, and then we have the move up, and we have the move up. So we're going to watch for all of that. So, and by the way, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you're not missing out on this information going forward. Also here on the 4-hour charts, I did want to show you the same thing here with the fair value gap though. There is a decent amount of fair value gaps to the downside that are realistic that could still come to get filled. So we have this one right at the 50 level right now. That one's sitting at the 41 cent level. And then the deepest one, which intrigues me the most because it's sitting right on our weekly supply and demand zone. So price could realistically come test this zone, right? Our supply and demand zone here at 36 cents. It also clears that fair value, then it runs up. The other scenario is, there's other fair value gaps inside of that weekly. So we're just hoping that we don't start to dip that deep. And contrary to that, to the upside, look at all this beautiful green fair value gaps to fill as well on the way up to our weekly supply and demand zone. So obviously there's movement to the upside. We're showing some bullish signs. There is a little bit of a pullback, but we are looking at that. And we are about to cover that article, the multiple bullish signals indicating we could be having a moonshot bull market run for XRP. So stick with me till that. Now let's jump over and quickly cover the other charts here. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is having a pretty healthy pullback on this current 4-hour candle. You can see what happened. It was running up and it ran right into, that's the VWAP, I believe. Hold on, let's see here. Nope, it ran right into this line being the 50 moving average, and it's rejecting off that 50 moving average off of the 4-hour. So it also got right to our 4-hour supply and demand zone, 1,347. That's what we talked about yesterday, where price, when it was moving up. So this is the candle we filmed yesterday's video on. It was running up, came down a little bit, and then boom, it did finally make its way to that zone. Now it's rejected. It's getting into the medium size supply and demand zone, which is based off of this candle here. If this holds as a support, it could continue moving up. We have a little bit of negative signals showing here. One, on the 4-hour, it bounced off the 50. Two, it has now dropped below the 21 exponential, and it is piercing into the supply and demand zone. We do have a catch-all support here at 1,289. If that doesn't hold, we likely could, like this candle, come back, retest the zone here at 1,220. Now, conversely, if we start to make our move to the upside, we could get our way back up into this 4-hour supply and demand zone at 1,450 level. But ultimately, what we really want to do here with Ethereum is break this 1,475 zone. We want to break that, reclaim that as a support, change market structure again. That way we can start our way to our short-term bullish momentum and then getting us back into that 1,570 level. Jumping over to Bitcoin, and then we'll cover Shiba Inu, then we'll jump into the news. Bitcoin, similar scenario. Yesterday's video, we were talking about this right here. This was Bitcoin's talk. We were talking about it here. It ran up, also bumped off the 50 moving average, started its way down. Right now, we do have a blood diamond on Bitcoin. That is never a good sign. And we have the potential downside move here to 18,376. Also looking here on the 4-hour RSI, the Bollinger Bands, you can see there's, instead of like XRPs doing this, these are doing this. You can see they're curling in, less and less volatility, less and less volume right now at this current moment. But the market baseline sloping up, price is about to hit the market baseline. If price hits the market baseline and drops down, then the green background turns off and it starts to be more bearish. Looking here on the daily charts, same scenario, price is about to hit the market baseline. We could see a continued drop there. Daily chart, so far today, we're down 2% on Bitcoin. Looking at the weekly chart, we are down right here, 2.68% on the weekly chart for the entire week. We got a red X or a yellow X. Usually we need 4 yellow X's. These are called market manipulation indicators. And then we could see some really big bullish momentum. We're also watching, there's something developing here on the weekly charts I'm very excited about, and that is the potential of a bullish divergence. As we can see here, price was here. Okay, so price was here, and then it moved up. RSI was moving up. Price got to here, started moving down. RSI is still tracking up. You can see this trend line of the RSI here. If price drops below this candle, you can see this white line we've marked here. If price drops anywhere below this candle, even if it's only like literally $1, whatever, that would be a lower low on pricing, and we still have higher highs. It would not be a new lower low on RSI, creating a bullish divergence on the weekly. And as we've shown in the past, weekly bullish divergences for any token, look at this last one was a hidden bullish, boom, moonshot. And if we go back to Ethereum, we got the Ethereum hidden bullish right here, boom, moonshot. Bullish divergence here. That was the start of the actual rip run right there. So huge news right there. We're hoping for that to happen. Shiba Inu, let's jump over here quickly. And as we'll take a look, Shiba Inu's weekly candle, it does have 1 day, 1 hour left. And it had a really, really rough candle until recently. So we take a look here on the daily. These last 3 days have been pumping to the upside. I was actually really excited about what was going on today because we had our short-term resistance, which we've claimed for a while here. We wanted to reclaim that as support. And you know what? Price broke it today. That's really good. It was resistance, boom, broke it up today. But we've had a very, very strong downward move these last two 4-hour candles. It's about to hit right now. You can see the 50, the 21, and our short-term resistance line all colliding at one spot. Can it hold and become a support for our next move to the upside? It's very potential. There's good potential there. Looking at our RSI on the 4-hour, we did get to the upper side of our volatility band. However, we didn't get all the way up to the overbought territory. So there's still move. There's still move to the upside. And we also look here, market baseline moving up. Very, very good signs there. Looking at the daily looks a little more bearish, unfortunately, but the RSI is poking up to the upside. It's about to run into the market baseline. So either it rejects here and we start to fall, or it makes a surge. Like today, it tried the surge. I mean, look at this run that it made. It came all the way up to quad 01220 before having this strong rejection these last 8 hours. And we do have 45 minutes left in these two candles. And then we'll see, does it hold support? You will know, because you're watching this right now and you're watching the future. This candle will have ended and the next candle will have started. Did it break to the downside, or did it start to make its move up to this quad 01250? Let me know down in the comments section. Thank you guys. Let's go check out the news. XRP pumping for multiple reasons. Major XRP member. Twitter user Ben Armstrong, investor and holder of XRP, ADA, and ETH, according to his Twitter bio, has tweeted to his 888,000.4 million army of followers that he knows the main reason XRP is pumping. And by the way, Ben Armstrong, aka BitBoy Crypto. So let's take a look and see what he says here. Major reason for XRP rise. In the past week, the 7th largest digital currency has added a staggering 58.37%. Armstrong believes there are multiple reasons for the long expected rise. However, he believes the main driver here has been the fact that the SEC basically gave up trying to prove XRP as a security. And if you have not been following the case, when they just did their most recent briefs, like to closing arguments, basically, XRP Ripple had an amazing, crazy, awesome, strong argument. The SEC basically threw in the towel. So we're going to see what happens. XRP, Ripple does not want to settle. SEC is kind of saying they want to settle without saying it. So we're going to see. And BitBoy Crypto says here, XRP is pumping for multiple reasons. But if I were to pinpoint one, the SEC basically gave up this week trying to prove XRP is a security. People in the Ripple community can be pretty confident now. The worst case scenario is a fine. Over the past weekend, both SEC and Ripple filed motions for summary judgment, expecting Judge Torres to make a verdict in favor of one of the sides based on evidence provided in all of the filings. And the SEC's summary judgment sucked butthole. It was not good. The Ripple one was freaking fire, dude. Absolutely fine. If you haven't done it, it's a lot of reading. You can go check it out. You can just research it. So in a recent interview, chief executive of Ripple, Brand Garlinghouse, stated that the judge has enough evidence to come to a verdict in favor of one of the parties without sending the case to a jury trial. Ripple Labs and XRP community are optimistic that the judge will end the case in the favor of Ripple, stating that XRP is not a security. As reported by You Today earlier, influencer David Gockstein believes that Ripple finally manages to win this case. The whole crypto industry will go parabolic. All right, and jumping over here to Twitter, the Bull Runners Club. By the way, this is getting very, very exciting. I'm super stoked. Talking to tons of you guys out there. Very excited to see what you guys are doing, the websites you're building, talking to you guys inside of our Facebook group. For those of you guys that are not in the group, not in the club yet, you need to join. I mean, this is epic. The networking in there, tons and tons of entrepreneurs sharing ideas, sharing stories about how they're being successful. All you have to do is go to bullrunnersclub.com. When you're at bullrunnersclub.com, you're going to get instant access. Once you fill this out, it'll take you to the next level. You will then be able to pay the $1,000 for a 1-year subscription to our ultimate built for you business in a box software system.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a belly of tea.
And then once you're inside, you're going to get access to the bar here. So this is really cool. You got the bar. Eventually, you're going to be able to find out what's the babes about. You're also going to, what's the library about. These are all locked right now, and also the events. That is all coming soon. Once you're in the system, you've paid your $1,000. You're going to simply click get here to whitelist. What's exciting is if you are whitelisted, you get to mint one of our run passes for free. All you do is pay the gas fees. This will be available until October 1st. After October 1st, we are launching to the public. Then there will be the 10 ETH public fee. If you want to get started now, it's only $1,000. So do the math. If it's $1,000 to get in now, or buy a 10 ETH run pass, what would you rather do? Would you rather spend $13,000 or $1,000? That is the question. After that, you get access to our all-in-one business building software. You can build your own websites. You can build websites for other companies and sell it to them. We have full video training. As soon as you get in here, hey, Ryan, check out the short introduction for quickly familiarize yourself with the builder. You hit play here, and it's going to show you how to use the actual system. First thing you'll do is click yourself in a specific outline that you want to use. So this one right here is for an e-commerce platform. But let's say that I didn't want to do e-commerce. I want to do something else. You can click My Sites and Funnels. Create a new funnel right here. We just click this, and then we can go in through here, all the different funnels. Maybe I need to do a lead generation funnel. For all of you guys out there that have a business, maybe you're in an MLM or a network marketing company or any company, does not matter. You do need to be collecting people's emails. Let's go, Ryan. Let's go with YouTube video. We'll name it. So that way we know this is the one we created while we were on the YouTube video. And then it's going to take me over here. And what I'll do is I'll start filling in. Oh, by the way, each different segment that you choose, it'll teach you a different tip and trick on how to use it. We also have the split test option. Now, check out how easy it is to change my website. I don't want this here. I can simply put in a different picture. I don't want this here. All we have to do is edit the video, right? Or whatever you want it to say, it doesn't matter. And then now that is saved for you. This could be your lead capture page here, which is very exciting. Go through all the different, and then of course, let's say there's too much information. I don't want this on my system here. This block, what I can do, oh, don't want that. If I go to the block and I just click delete, are you sure? Say yes, now that block is gone. I don't want this block either. Boom, delete. So you can simplify it, you can make it less, and you can make it more. That's all included. Now you may be going, well, I don't have a business. I don't have that. Well, the cool thing is you're going to be able to just market our system directly. You don't have to do any of this. This is just for those who do want to do this. I want to show that the people who only want to just market our system, we're going to teach you everything you need to know about marketing. You need to know how to do Facebook marketing and not paid advertising. I'm just attraction marketing. People coming to you, hey, how can I get started working with you? You're going to have Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. You know, we've built a channel here of over 300,000 members. We also have I have a real estate channel, over 450 members so far. I just started that one. I have a personal YouTube channel, over 4,000 subscribers on that, monetized channel, multiple different income streams that we are going to help provide in the teaching and the training for you to get that. So all you need to do is go to bullrunners.com, fill that out, follow the instructions, buy yourself the software today, and get started right away.